So I know even coming into the room this morning, there are persons asking, what's happening with DBJ funds. It's getting out there to investors, and it's growing. So we invite you to have a dialogue with us, call us, give us your ideas, come to us to seek those opportunities. The role of the DBJ, we're tied into the Vision 2030, as Michael said, to make Jamaica the place of choice, the rest of it. Our role to facilitate international and competitive businesses. And we do that in several ways. Our target objectives are economic growth, 1, 2, job creation, and 3, clearly facilitating and enabling economic environment. Our core functions, certainly we do lending, and we do a lot of capacity development. And this relates to working with entrepreneurs to help them, to provide training opportunities, we provide workshops, we work along with banks, we work along with other lenders to build the capacity in understanding how that gap can be bridged between persons with funds and persons who need funds. We also do privatization and public-private partnerships. I won't go into that today, but just to point out that in terms of our governance framework, we're underpinned by a very serious enterprise risk management, research, strategic planning framework to ensure financial sustainability and maintain our carry risk rating. This is a busy graph which basically sets out all of DBJ's functions. So at the very top of it, I'm not sure if everybody will to see these things here on this side or on that side. MSME capacity building and technical assistance. There are several workshops that DBJ is involved in every year, where we bring entrepreneurs together. We provide training through various institutions and to help them understand the rudiments of running a business or preparing their business for investors to provide funding. We also work in the microfinance industry where we accredit and supervise or coordinate with several microlenders who provide funding at that level to businesses that are trying to grow. In principle, we provide, our core function is providing affordable and hopefully accessible and flexible loan financing. Appropriate financing is what we're trying to do. As I've indicated up to this point, issue has been debt financing, has been the core of our financing. A number of things that we do, and I'll just flip to this slide quickly. There have been several studies on the gap between financing and entrepreneurs. In about 2009, DBJ did a study that guided the things that it has done since. And we found that some of the things that needed to be addressed were the institutions that lend or provide funding either had a low appetite or, in some cases, the structure in place to assess funding opportunities. MSMEs we found were not always prepared or in a position to access funding or to convince somebody, any one of you in this room, to give them $500,000 or $1 million. What is it that would make you be willing to give a small business $500,000 or $1 million or $5 million of your money? So the issue is, how do we bring them to that state that you, as an investor, a lender, a financier, a venture capitalist, would be comfortable giving them your money and being comfortable knowing that your money will be accounted for and you'll be able to get it back ultimately. The whole issue of MSME risk return, limited collateral for lending has always been an issue. In that regard, DBJ has put in place a credit enhancement facility. I don't know if many persons here are aware of it, where DBJ provides a guarantee for up to 50% of the loan amount, up to $10 million. In the case of energy funding, we provide up to 80%. So if a business needs to borrow and can't access the funding due to collateral deficiency, DBJ has been providing guarantees up to $10 million to support them. The other issue that we've identified in that regard is the high transaction and admin costs, and some of the innovations that we've put in place there, in particular for the micro entrepreneurs at this stage, is the mobile money program, which we expect to launch later this year, which really would then allow the transaction costs to be reduced. Business competitiveness is a key issue. Steve mentioned that, the high cost of energy. DBJ has done a lot in terms of making funds available for energy financing. In the last couple of years, we've lent over $1.6 billion to just under 200 small and medium-sized businesses who have implemented energy efficiency solutions. So they've been able to reduce their energy costs. So this, coupled with all the training that is being done by various institutions, there's credit scoring being done with one of our projects where small businesses are able to have their businesses scored and assessed. We participate in several other programs to help them certainly prepare their business plans. Another thing I mentioned in this regard is our voucher program. We do in fact have a voucher program for technical assistance, where we've been working with business service providers, accountants, consultants, and we've pulled together up to this point 15 such service providers who will provide, whether it's business plans, whether it's bringing your accounting records up to date. DBJ is providing a grant of between $100,000 and $300,000 to pay for that service for any small business that requires it. So all that business has to do is go to your bank determines that you need additional help, DBJ will pay for that service. So that's now up and running. So everybody here who knows about, who needs it, or you know somebody who needs it, you can go out and let them know. In the interest of time, I'll just hit on a few other things. We've been talking about debt financing. The other big part of the puzzle is equity financing. And how we see this happening is really, it has to be private sector driven. So the DBJ has been working for the last few years on building a framework, an ecosystem if you like, that will bring together entrepreneurs with persons who have funds and they're prepared to invest in these businesses. There are several workshops and programs taking place. As the minister mentioned, there's currently a workshop at the university. It's been going on this week, where private equity aspirants or persons who are already in that business are being trained on how to handle and deal with the opportunities that are there. We do in fact participate in the Digital Jam, in all of these programs where innovation, the new economy, those opportunities are being promulgated, where young entrepreneurs who have brilliant ideas but they don't have the legacy assets, they don't have real estate, they don't have those tangible assets, are getting the hand-holding and the technical support to bring them to that level. So